Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesdays. Not only Tuesday, it's Taco Tuesday. Now, for me, it's a big goddamn deal. I love me some tacos. I'm gonna give y'all some time to come on in. Come on in. Yep, I'm watching the ID channel. Come on in. Come on in. Good morning. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I did. And I wasn't lying to y'all when I said that meatloaf was good as shit. Made me recite the I Have a Dream speech. That shit was good. And I don't even know the whole damn speech. That's how good it was. But I hope y'all had a great weekend. We got some shit to talk about today. Good morning. I know y'all miss me. I missed y'all too. Now, anybody who watched Lonnie B, y'all know the morning tea comes on today at 11. I will be tuning in, so I'm going to make this video a little quick. Because I got to watch the morning tea. Now, the topic we're going to talk about today is infidelity. Yeah, I know it's a picky topic of some people, but I'm still going to talk about it. Numbers about to drop like I did on New Year's Eve. I'm just waiting for everybody to come on in. Yeah, I like smiling. I gotta make sure my shit's straight. Yeah, these curls are real. Just in case anybody wonder if I use a filter on that. I don't use filter. These curls. These Soul Glow curls. Come on in.
Who was serving a life sentence for killing her husband, who repeatedly beat her.
Lost my appeal and had no other resources,
So what y'all do over the weekend?
law library crying. What can I do now? Help me.
Me, I had a good time. I had some Popeye's chicken over the weekend. I got my Super Bowl food. Food.
What was it about Brenda?
Yes, I am going for the Eagles this Super Bowl. Bird game.
Cracked my ribs. He totally isolated me in the end. I'm not
Now,
someone who sits around
since everybody in there, let's talk about infidelity.
and deserves to be out or anything like that.
My personal opinion is, I think on any level of infidelity, it's wrong. I've had some men tell me that I don't understand from a man's point of view. But my thing is, what is a man's point of view of cheating? Because my thing is, either way, it's wrong. You're betraying somebody's trust. And when you betray somebody's trust, that can send people on a whole new level. Like, you don't know what mindset that will put a person in once their trust has been broken. Me personally, I've never cheated in any relationship. I just don't approve of it. I don't think there's any kind of excuse for it, because my thing is, unless you've exhausted all your options, there's no reason for you to cheat. You just, if you exhausted all your options, you've talked to your partner, you say, babe, this just not working. You're not doing this, you're not doing that. I've told you about it. Nothing is changing. Then you say, it's time to part ways. That's what I do. I can only speak for myself. If I've exhausted every option possible, then it's just time to go. I don't think cheating is the answer to anything, because cheating, in my opinion, makes things worse. Because women can cheat and women catch feelings. Men cheat, they can just move right on to the next. Fuck it, move right on to the next. Let me get the next bitch. Women get feelings. So if a man step outside of his marriage or relationship, that opened doors for a lot of things, because that other woman that you're cheating with, she can possibly catch feelings for you. And once feelings are involved, that's how these cases on ID Discovery and Snapped and everything else come into play, because once you have broken someone's trust, that can trigger so many things in a person's mind. They can say, you played me. It's time for you to go. Or the innocent person can get hurt, which is your spouse. All because you decided, I'm just going to get a free piece of ass for the night. She ain't giving it up. I'm just going to go get it from somebody else. Sometimes it's not always the answer. Sometimes you really just have to do the best you can with your partner. If it's not working, then just leave. That's the only solution I see to that problem. Because right or wrong, once you bust that nut, the problems are still there. You know, you can agree or disagree. I'm just speaking the truth. Once you bust that nut, that problem is still there. You know, if the problem is she ugly, she's still gonna be ugly after you fuck the other woman. You know, if her feet stink, her feet still gonna stink after you fuck the other woman. You know, if she can't cook, the bitch still gonna burn up the kitchen when you finish fucking the other woman. It's just that simple. Nothing is really gonna change. You know, you just have to make sure you exhaust every option possible before making that decision. It's just that simple. You know, because what really do you get out of sleeping with someone else? Say the problem is y'all don't have sex too much. How do you feel sleeping with someone else can possibly be the best solution? You know, because at the end of the day, you're only bringing extra drama into your relationship. It's not going to make it better. You're bringing more drama. Because like I said, this other woman that you're cheating with, she may, you know, you come to her and say, well, I only did it because me and my woman was having problems. I'm not really into you. That can fuck somebody's head up. That's how your ass going to end up on ID Discovery and Snap in First 48. Like, that's the truth. You can't fuck with a person's feelings. Like I said, me personally, I've never, ever, ever cheated in any relationship I've ever been in. If it was a problem, I went to him, I said, look, babe, we need to talk. You know, things are not working out. You know, this is wrong, that's wrong. We need to fix this. If weeks and months go by and nothing is changing, then I go back to him. You know what? I just think we need to part ways. We need to go our separate ways. Because going out there and sleeping with another man or having another affair with another man, that's not going to do anything. That's not going to fix the issues that we have. It's only going to make it worse. Because now you're adding a third party into it. Someone who don't have anything to do with it. And I know I've had male friends that tell me, you know, you will never understand it. It's just a man's point of view. You know, it's different things involved in it. But either way, even if they say, like I had some men telling me, well, sometimes it's just not that easy to leave. I understand that too. But my thing is, why stay in a relationship and be miserable when you can be someone else and be happy? You're not betraying anyone. You're not hurting the other person, because that's all you're doing when you step outside your marriage or relationship. You're betraying someone's trust. You're fucking with someone's feelings, in layman's terms. You know, people don't take too kind to that. I don't like nobody to betray my trust. If you feel a certain way, you come and talk to me about it. Let me make that decision on where we stand. You know, if you want to leave, then leave. You know, men come and go. It's not hard to it's not hard to gather the thoughts. You know, cheating is cheating. There's no justifications behind it. Cheating is cheating. It just causes more issues than what you already have. You know, if the problem is y'all don't spend enough time together, then when you sit down with your partner and you talk about it, you say, babe, I just feel we're not spending enough time. Can you fix this issue? What can we do to fix this issue? Don't go spending time with another bitch, because that's not going to make the problem better. Because then that bitch going to get mad because you can't spend all the time with her. Especially if you're married. You know, that's the point that I'm trying to make. It's not going to make it better. It's only going to make it worse, and worse for both of you. You know, you going out thinking you doing something, having an affair with this other woman. Then all of a sudden you come home one day, your wife and your kids dead. All because you thought going out just getting an extra piece of ass was going to solve your problems. It's cases like that every single day on the news, on these networks. I watch this shit every single day. It's don't make it better. It's only going to make it worse. You know, people lose their lives every single day over someone else's shit. And that's the truth. You know, I just think it's better if you just open up more. You know, that's why you're in a relationship. You're in it because you agreed to be with that person. Any relationship you get into, it's an agreement between both people. It's not a third party, it's two people. In a marriage, there's only two people. You know, you can't just think about yourself, especially if you have children. You know, you have to think about everybody. You have to think about your spouse. You have to think about your kids. You're putting all of them in jeopardy when you step outside that marriage. And when you step outside that relationship. You know, just like some dudes be like, oh, I ain't fucking with my baby mama. Oh, we ain't talking. We just there for the kids. In some cases, it's true and some is not. Me, I have a hard time believing that. Especially if y'all didn't part ways on a bad terms. You know, he's still gonna go back to that woman. That's all. That's just my personal opinion, and I've seen it happen. I've dated a dude who said, "Oh, I hate my baby mother. Oh, I hope that bitch die. I hope she gets stuck in the elevator someday." Like that's like he really said shit like that, and we broke up. And about 2 months later, his baby mama was pregnant with their second child. They now have 3 kids. So that's what I mean when I say you have to be careful who you put your trust into. Because everybody wears this a disguise. You know, like I made the status, life is a masquerade ball. Once that truth comes out, things are revealed. Once that trust is broken, things are revealed. People's true colors come out. If you just give it enough time, people's true colors will come out. Some people, even through conversation, you can tell what type of person they are. You just have to really read between the lines. That's the most important key to anything. Read between the lines. Because if you really have a conversation with someone, you can find out a whole lot just through conversation. Like this one guy told me. He said, oh, I'll put you in a house. Every year you can have any car you want, but I'm still going to be a man. Now, what do you mean by I can have a car? So you can say I have a car every year. I can get whatever car I want every year. You can put me in a nice big house, but you're still going to be a man. I read between the lines. What they're saying is I'll put you up. I'll get you all this nice material shit, but I'm still going to be a man. I'm still going to betray you. I'm still going to go do what I want to do. That didn't go for me. You know what I said? Nice meeting you and have a nice life. I hit his ass with that Whitney Houston. I hope life treats you kind. And I hope you have all you dreamed of. And I wish to you joy and happiness. Because you gone. I don't deal with that. I'm not a materialistic person. I don't give a fuck what car you drive. I don't give a fuck what house you got. If you don't treat me with respect and dignity and treat me like the queen I'm supposed to be, it's not going to work. That don't work with me. I'm not a materialistic person. I don't care what jewelry you can buy me, what cars you can buy me, you know, what places you can take me to. It don't matter. The respect is what matters. And that's what a lot of women need to get. The respect matters. And I'm going to get on that too. You know, cheating comes from both ways. It's not just the men. Some women need to step it up too. Just like, you know, I understand some women say certain things they don't like to do sexually. Sometimes you just have to break down and spread your horizons, literally. Literally, you have to spread your horizons. Y'all thought I was funny when I made that status when I was talking about women using being a vegan as an excuse not to give head. You better wrap that dick up in some garden salad and blow it like a birthday horn. Or another bitch will. I'm serious. Sometimes we win as women. We got to step it up a little bit too. You know, you don't like rubbing your man's feet because his nails scratch your hands and shit. Buy that nigga a Brillo pad or some shit. You know, make it work. I'm just saying, because you don't want another bitch to buy him some sandpaper and scrape them motherfuckers. You know those bitches out here, they'll do anything. Lick his ass with chocolate syrup and shit. Just nasty. But they're spreading their horizons. You got to keep it interesting in the relationship. Some things you gotta just step outside your comfort zone. You know? You just gotta do different things. Even in the bedroom, you're gonna lose interest real quick if the nigga keep doing the same 3 positions. Bend over. Spread your legs. Do cartwheels. You get tired of doing that shit after a while. You ain't in the motherfucking Olympics. You gotta really spread your horizons. You gotta do different shit. You gotta do shit that he ain't never seen before. Shit that you ain't never seen before. What you won't do, another one will. My grandmother always used to tell me that. What you won't do, another woman will. You know, you gotta really, as women, we really gotta step it up sometimes. You know, men don't like all that nagging and bitching every day either. That will send a nigga out to another woman. Just being real, that will send him out to another woman. You know, a man get home from work, he don't want to eat no damn McDonald's, he want a home-cooked meal. Some of you bitches need to learn how to cook. And that ain't no excuse. They got all these cooking channels. They got motherfucking, what's her name, Rachel Ray? Paula Dean raced his ass. They done kicked off the air. So now you got Rachel Ray, you got all these other cooking shows you can watch. Ain't no excuse. Bitch, you better load up YouTube and look up some recipes you can make. A man get home off work, he don't want no goddamn McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or Popeyes, even though I love me some damn Popeyes. But he don't want that shit no every day. Not getting off a 12-hour shift or 18-hour shift. You don't want to come home and eat no fucking TV dinners and shit. You want a home-cooked meal. So as women, sometimes we got to step it up too. We really do. You know, you complain about him looking at other women or, you know, holding better conversations with other women. Sometimes you need to check yourself. How is your communication? Well, he says, babe, can we sit down and talk? And you go, oh, no, I'm tired. I don't want to talk. That's opening the doors for him to go to another woman and talk to her. Well, my woman don't want to talk. So can I tell him talk to you? I mean, that's the things you have to think about when it comes to cheating. You have to make sure if he goes out to cheat, that you're not the reason he's cheating. Because some men, you could do with it. You can be the best woman in the world. You can give him all the sex in the world. Y'all can fuck all day, nonstop. But if he want to go to another woman, that's a choice. That's his choice to go to another woman. It's not because of you. You know, in my opinion, cheating is a choice anyway. That's not something you have to do. It's not like it's an option. Because when you agree to be with someone, you agree, especially if a man gets on his knee and propose to a woman, you're basically saying, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. So for you to step outside that relationship or marriage, you wasn't sure, you wasn't too confident in yourself. You should never took that step if you knew you were not ready. You know, if you know you're not ready to settle down with one woman, don't make that commitment. Because when you're married, you took vows before God. So that to me is more serious. And you know, married men who cheat is more serious to me. Because you took vows to never ever hurt this woman. You took vows to always take care of her for better or worse. Through thick and thin. So death do you part. So that's why I get on married people who cheat more. Not just men and women too. If you're having problems with your man, sleeping with another man is not going to solve that problem. Because by the time you finish doing what you got to do, that problem is still going to be there. So to go to this other man because, he listens to me. Oh, we have the best sex. We do this, we do that. And then one of them niggas snap. And your ass end up on ID discovery. You got to ask yourself, was it worth it? But then it's going to be too late because you'll be dead. Or you found yourself in a world of pain and misery all over one night. Like on Thin Line Between Love and Hate when she said, a night of passion can be a lifetime of pain. That's a true statement. Because you go off of that one night thinking, oh, this will be the best thing in my life. I'm going to go get some. I can get some. I can go back home to my wife and everything going to be fine. That ain't always how it works. That is definitely not always how it works. Because when everything is said and done, those problems are still going to be there. And now you tacked on another problem. Because now You got this other woman who's possibly catching feelings for you. But because you decide to go out and just have a little bit of fun, now you are in a world of chaos, because then you got this other woman on your ass every day, blowing up your phone, scratching your car, all because you betrayed her trust. People, you don't know the lengths people will go once that trust is betrayed. Once you have played with someone's feelings, you don't know the lengths that they will go. You don't know the mindset that puts a person in. If something is wrong in your relationship, go to your spouse or your partner and talk about it. Exhaust every option possible before making your decisions, because every decision you make has consequences. You know, some good, some bad. You know, if you have talked to your partner, you've said everything, y'all have worked it out, gone to counseling, did whatever, and you feel like the problem's still there, then that's when it's time for y'all to just separate or part ways. You know, sometimes you just need to separate just to find yourself. Self-reflection is very important. Your sanity is very important. If you constantly stay with a person who is hurting you and constantly downing you, they're not lifting you up, they're constantly bringing you down, that's not a healthy relationship at all. Sometimes maybe you need to just separate and take that time for yourself. Being single, it does not mean you're lonely. That means you're strong enough to take that time out to figure yourself out, to see what you need to fix for yourself. Because if you don't fix yourself, the next person you get with, you're going to carry on those problems into that next relationship. Once you have been cheated on, you're not going to be able to trust any other man after that. I've lived through that. This is from experience. You know, to this day, I still have problems trusting men. That's why I've been single as long as I have. Because if I don't fix myself, I'm not going to be able to be right for any other man. You know, betrayal is a very deep situation. You know, when someone betrays your trust, that can destroy you altogether as a person. Because any man that comes after that and says the same thing that the other one says, you're not going to believe it. You're going to always doubt what they say. That's the same as a person that lied to you. If a person lied to you before, you're going to doubt everything that person says from that point on. They can say, it's going to rain today. Bitch, let me see the forecast. You know, I'm not going to believe anything you say. I'm going to always doubt whatever you say. And that's the truth.
Okay, let's carry the stuff out.
When someone betray you, the trust will never, ever be the same. I can forgive you, but I don't forget. I never forget what you've done. To this day, some people have done things to me I still haven't fully forgiven. I forgave them, but I haven't forgot. So sometimes when they come back, they be like, hey, what's up? I'm like, yeah, hi. How you doing? I'm good. And that's it. I don't have no conversation for you. If once you've betrayed me, that puts me in a whole new space. That makes me look at you like a whole different person. It's always best to tell the truth than to hurt someone with a lie. I'd rather be hurt by the truth than be hurt by the lie. Like they say, truth hurts. Sometimes you give me the truth. I can take the truth. I can move on with my life. You know, men come and go. One thing I know for sure is that my son will always be here. I never put my son before I never put a man before my child. My son will always come first. And if you can't agree with that, you can't accept that, then you don't accept me. Because no man comes before my child. You have a lot of women out here who will do that. Oh, well, my son don't like my boyfriend, so you got to go. No. At the end of the day, when that man walk away, your son going to be there. I do not understand how some women leave their children with the father or their mama or whoever to go chase a man. I would never do that. My child was here before you, and he's damn sure going to be here after you. It's like some women just need to
I mean, what was I supposed to do? I had to believe her.
get their priorities together.
By my grandmother's couch
You know,
in the kitchen.
your child and your sanity and your self-respect are the three most important things that you have in this life.
You were scared.
And if you let someone destroy those three,
Yes.
And what did you
you will never find happiness.
With my Uncle Clarence.
I love happiness. I love living life.
sure and absolutely
I don't let nobody steal my joy.
Only thing I could think of was
Nobody can upset me.
or persuaded is
Nobody.
coach.
You could think you saying the most harshest shit to me. I'll still look at you and smile and keep it moving.
that the right man is behind
Because nothing that really upsets me.
Trust me, based on the evidence and based on everything I know.
As long as God keep blessing me with the things he has been blessing me with,
folks to reopen this
as long as I'm able to get up every morning,
development that
get my son to school, spend time with him,
the prosecution's star
that's all I care about.
Clarence Elkins
As long as my family is straight, that's what I care about.
has recanted her original testimony.
I can care less if I'm with someone or not. You got some women who just have to have a man. I don't have to have a man. I can be by myself. Because if you can't be by yourself, how can you really expect to be with anyone else? If you can't take that time out to just be alone and get yourself together, you're not going to be right for no other man who comes along.
They know.
And that's the honest truth. I've seen it happen. You have to take that time out for yourself. You have to get yourself together. You know, some women in a relationship now who's unhappy. Some women in a relationship now just to say they have somebody. Just to say they have somebody to go home to. But if when I step through them doors, I dread stepping through those doors because I'm so unhappy, that's not healthy. That shit would drive you crazy. Don't settle just because you feel you have to have somebody. Or don't settle because you feel you have to do better than someone else. You know, you be happy doing the things you want to do, not what someone else want to do. You live your life. You don't live your life under someone else's footsteps. You know, you have one life. Only you can live it. Can't nobody else live your life. You don't live your life in misery. You find happiness anyway. If you have to move back in with your mom or whatever you got to do, you do that. Don't have so much pride till you feel, oh, I can't go back home. I can't let my mama know that she was right. No, if that's what you need to do to find happiness, you do that. Because if you don't, you're going to always find yourself miserable. You're going to always find yourself in the same place. You're never going to get ahead. Nothing good will ever happen to you if you continue being around negativity. You have to cut them negative people out your life. Because if you don't cut them people out of your life, you're never going to get ahead. You're going to always find yourself stuck. You should never allow a person to steal your happiness. Because once you leave this earth, that's it. You don't get a second chance. You don't get a second life. Once this life is over, that's it. So why live in misery and chaos and around a bunch of negativity? Someone is constantly bringing you down. Someone is constantly making you doubt yourself or doubt them. If you have to doubt a person, they're not the one for you. If you have to question, if you want to be with this person, you have to constantly question this person. Where do we stand? You know, where do we go from here? What are we? They're not the one for you. A man that's really into a woman, you're not going to have to question anything because he's going to automatically do it. You shouldn't have to beg him to do anything. He should automatically do it if he's really into you. If a man is not into you, he don't give a fuck about nothing. He's not give a fuck about anything you got to say to him. He wouldn't care if you're happy. A man who really is there for you, he's going to want to see you happy. He's not going to want to see you hurt. That's what you have to remember. You know, just like they say, if you want to know how a man would treat you, look at how they treat their mamas. Sometimes that's true and sometimes it's not. Because they can treat their mama with the utmost respect. It's all in the female they're with, how you carry yourself and how they going to treat you. If you carry yourself like a thought, a slut, whatever terms they use, that's how you're going to be treated. You carry yourself like a woman, you'll be treated like a woman. No man is going to wife a woman who's been with everybody. And that's facts. No man is going to wife a woman who runs the social media every time she has a problem. Sometimes you got to really check yourself. Check what you're doing. Make sure you're not the reason he's out here messing with other women. Sometimes you got to really evaluate yourself. Take that time to really get yourself together before you get with anyone else. You know, if you've been cheated on your last relationship, take that time to really just get yourself together. Don't be so quick to rush into another one trying to make this one jealous, because that one may not even care. You're out there bringing yourself down trying to impress someone else who don't even give a fuck because they're the ones that left you. So why should he care if you or someone else? I've had friends who said, oh, I just did that just to make him jealous. But why? Because the only thing you're doing is hurting yourself. Because you're lying to yourself. You're not really into this man. You're only with him to try to make him mad. Try to make him jealous when he don't even give a fuck because he's with the next bitch. Sometimes you just have to really evaluate yourself. You have to really make sure you have yourself in check before starting a relationship with someone else. Being single does not mean you're lonely, and it's not a bad thing. You have I know women who are 40 and 50 years old who's single and happy. I'd rather be single and happy than taken and miserable. I'll say that again. I'd rather be single and happy than taken and miserable. And it's a lot of women out here who are taken and miserable. You have some women that are so addicted to titles that they don't even focus on their own happiness. You think just because he proposed to you, you his fiance, that don't mean shit if behind closed doors he's treating you like a doormat. That don't mean shit if behind closed doors he's pulling you lower than the ground you're walking on. That ring don't mean shit if every time he goes in the shower or leave the house, you got to check his phone to see if you're not being betrayed. Sometimes titles don't mean nothing. Any nigga can say, yeah, you my girl. He can go right to another bitch and say, you my girl too. That's just the truth. And these women, these ladies also, you have to watch telling your business to other women. Because not every woman is your friend. Every listening ear can also be a running mouth. You don't know if she's sitting there listening to your problems going, oh girl, I'm so sorry you going through that. You deserve better. You need to leave him. Could be the same bitch that turned around and inbox him. Some women are not, every woman is not genuine. Some women wait to see you fail. They're waiting to see y'all in their relationship so they can get with him. Watch telling everybody your business. Because not everybody care. Some people just wait to see you fail. I've seen it happen many of times. You know, she just finished telling this girl all her business, and she was like, you know, the other girl was like, you know, he a piece of trash. I told you shouldn't have got with him. Saying all this other shit. 2 days later, my friend went out to the movies, seeing both of them at the movie theater together. That's why I say you really have to watch who you tell your problems to. Because not everybody care. Not everybody is there rooting you on. Not everybody comes to your show waiting for it to start. Some of them come to make sure it never happens.
Prosecution's own star eyewitness, the little girl,
You really have to watch who you tell your business to. Stop thinking everybody your friend. Not everybody your friend.
who attacked her.
I remember the face of the guy that was
When the blessings start coming, the truth is revealed. I've lost a whole lot of friends. Friends I've known for over 20 years.
yeah.
Do I care? No, because the only thing you did to me was show me who you truly were.
The defense videotaped the little girl's nude after
Some people you could have known them for over, I've known people for over, like I said, over 20 years.
Clarence was the same man.
But when I began getting my blessings, I saw their true colors.
No.
Bad terms bring out true colors in people.
but prosecutor Mike
When you finally start getting your blessings, you find out who your true friends are.
Hart, you're absolutely
I can count on one hand of people I have as my true friends
when did you realize that you weren't sure anymore?
that I truly trust.
Remembering things when I went over
I can count on one hand how many people I can truly trust
to my Uncle Clarence. He
because I don't put my trust into any and everybody.
remembered brown eyes.
What's also troubling to the prosecution,
You can tell people something and next thing you know the whole neighborhood know your business.
had the little girl hypnotized.
And you wonder how this person know, how you know, how this person know, how that person know.
With great disfavor, he dangles
You know, one thing my grandmother used to tell me, she used to say, drop a dime. And I said, what does that mean? She said, tell somebody something and see if it gets out.
The same one who
Because if it gets out, you know who told.
held a hearing
She said, tell that one person.
be retried or be
And I've done that before.
together.
And that's why I can count on one hand how many people are my friends.
Be it together.
That was the realest thing she could ever told me. And I still do it to this day.
The judge will be convinced of that. I'm hoping
I would tell one person something. If somebody else come to me and say the exact same thing,
When the day arrived,
I know who told.
understandably are at the breaking point.
And that's when that person got cut.
So the two elderly
Because now I know I can't trust you.
seeing their father in shadow,
I've held secrets for over 20 years from people. It never once got out. Because I'm not that kind of friend to put people's business out in the street. Because I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me.
begins by presenting her case against Ryan.
When you get in a relationship with someone, y'all going to get married. Make sure you're marrying your best friend. Make sure y'all have that friendship. Make sure y'all have that communication. And most of all, make sure you have that trust in that person. Because if you don't have communication and trust, you don't have anything. You don't have a relationship.
Says he has no legal
And that's just point blank period. You don't have a relationship if you can't trust that person.
about his constitutional rights. He has
If y'all can't properly communicate,
time.
the relationship is not going to work.
list of potential
You're going to get married and find yourself divorced within a year.
never even was tested by police.
I've seen people get married that only lasted 6 months
Items in the kitchen.
because she didn't take that time out to truly get to know him.
They failed to test the fingernails.
She didn't take that time out to make sure that communication was built, that friendship was built.
Insist jury members were well aware.
Those things are very important in any relationship. You have to make sure y'all are friends first.
It didn't seem to bother them.
The jury heard it. The jury
Even if you're friends first, sometimes it may not work.
Elkins guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
But it's important to make sure you lay that foundation prior to y'all beginning a new life together.
Now has
Because once you get married, that y'all two becomes one.
Do you think it was Uncle Clarence?
Y'all become one person.
At first, yeah. At first, yeah.
All his problem, any problems that he has, you have.
No.
You have to open up. You have to communicate with each other. You have to build that trust.
If a child who has been the
Because if
victim
not,
of brutal sexual
you're going to find yourself
abuse, the killing of
drifting off
her
very
father
quick.
was being manipulated to free an
You're going to find yourself always questioning
those
yourself.
ominous words, the hearing
Is it me?
Truth.
Is it something I'm doing? Because if y'all can't really communicate, that's going to drain that relationship.
later in December 2002.
You have to be open with each other.
Devastating news. The judge had denied the defense's motion for a new trial.
You have to build that communication. You have to be able to put that trust into that person. You should be, if y'all married, y'all should be able to talk about anything. I know some people friends who say, I can't talk to my husband about this. I can't talk to my wife about this. Then that's not really a good marriage. If you can't come to your spouse and talk about your issues,
To her husband,
then why are you even married to this person?
He denied the
In a marriage, you should be able to talk about anything.
Clarence, I don't know what to say.
Nothing is off limits.
Judge
And that's just my personal opinion.
the child's recantation, calling it
So I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.
original trial.
And for those of you who watch Lonnie B in the morning tea, they will be on today at 11 a.m. on ripradio.net, Rip Radio Network. I will be tuned in, and I hope to see y'all there. Have a good day.